Welcome back to another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. I am your host, Troy Stegner. Hey, before we get into this review, do me a favor, man. Subscribe. That helps a lot. Helps us do these reviews. They're not, this stuff is not easy. Well, it's easy. It's not cheap. That being said, it's time for Looky Looky Comic Bookie. We have Batman number 108. I haven't been doing a lot of Batman, but this one I had to pull it. We got a new character right there on the cover. New character. Batman has been pumping out some new characters over the past year or two. Go back to Tom King with was it Mr. Bloom and a couple of the other characters he introduced before he really dorked us over and canceled the Bat Wedding. Still haven't forgiven him for that. Big build-up, no boom, no delivery. This new run, James Tynion, man, I am really digging Tynion's work. And I think this might be the Artgerm cover. I love Artgerm's work. He does awesome work. Need to get my external eyes. Let's just see, who else we got here? Jimenez? Oh yeah, Jimenez, Ortiz. Morey, Ricardo Jr., great artist. So yeah, this new character right here, I'll go ahead and tell you your name before we get into it. Molly Miracle, not a great name, but yeah, it's another new one. I think we had before her we had Punchline, Clownhunter, and Ghostmaker. So within the past year or so, man, we've gotten a lot of new Bat characters. His rogues gallery is growing and growing. I guess Ghostmaker wouldn't be a rogue gallery, because he kind of works with him, kind of doesn't. They kind of got an understanding. Ghostmaker stays out of Gotham, and Batman stays out of wherever Ghostmaker's at. First page, right there. We got Scarecrow, and I think in the movies, Scarecrow was not used as well as he could have been, because Scarecrow is like the name says, he's a scary dude, man. He emphasizes your fears, amplifies your fears. If you've ever been scared of something, you know it's not good. So yeah, it starts right out with Gotham, the Arkham big issue they have with that, the big blow up. This guy, they don't know exactly his history because all the records when Arkham blew up got burned also. It's Sean Mahoney in the wheelchair. He's missing one arm and one leg. Scarecrow's up on the rooftop watching the whole thing. Of course, Oracle sees him up there and she kind of trying to figure out what he's doing. But then it goes to right here. You think that's Commissioner Gordon trying to infiltrate into the Unsanity Collective group there, which is what Molly Miracle is part of. And they're running tests on him. They find out hey, he's really fighting against the psychic stuff that they're trying to do to him. And you're thinking, oh, get Gordon? Gordon can fight off psychic stuff? And then they do another bioscan of him, like, oh, dude is like a solid muscle. What the heck? Maybe that's not supposed to be Gordon. I think it is, though. I think he was impersonating Gordon. So, like, solid muscle. So then I start thinking, hey, Batman loves his disguises. I guess they know who Matches Malone is now, so they're not going to use that. But, boom, there you go. Molly Malone. It's not her actual first appearance. I believe her first appearance was a few issues back, like 106. It was kind of a cameo appearance. This is full first appearance and I guess origin, because later on you kind of find out why she's doing it. And yeah, there's a couple of foreshadowing deals in here, because they don't come out and tell you right away that that's Batman or Bruce Wayne. But she gives him a black mask a la Daredevil to wrap around his head. So he's walking around up there, and in the meantime, she's supposedly going to answer all his questions for him. But in the meantime, it jumps back to Sean Mahoney This other dude, Simon, is trying to build a robotic, enhanced, I guess it'd be cyborgs then, group, and he's trying to get the governor to sign off because, or I'm sorry, the mayor. The mayor is against vigilantes. Well, guess what? Batman's a vigilante. So he's trying to, the mayor is probably going to sign off on this new police force, this anti-vigilante police force, which is going to be cybernetically enhanced, it appears. And he tells Mahoney, hey, I can replace your arm and leg. It's going to be painful. Going to hurt a lot. And the guy said, well, I can't afford it. And he's, don't worry, man. I got it covered as long as you work for me. So he agrees. Then the story jumps back to Batman and Molly. And they are, she's going around telling him about what they're doing. It kind of reminds me of if you watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. You got this underground group that's trying to, basically Robin Hooding it. They're taken from the rich and given to the poor type thing. But what they do is they get these people and erase their memories pretty much and give them these powers. Hers is that she's almost a genius level engineer, I guess. She builds a bunch of really top-notch weapons, and you know, it gives a little bit of her history here. She used to be this mild-mannered girl, scared of everything, sad. So then they changed her into Molly. And here was the first time I was certain it was Batman. If you look at this panel, see if I can do it without it. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's kind of a side view. And with that black mask over top of his head, it only shows from, you know, like forward of the ear. It looks like the bat cowl, the Batman cowl. And she's known all along because she, you know, he keeps asking her all these leading questions. She's like, you know, you're helping save the people of the city also, Batman. He's like, oh, you knew? And she's like, yeah. And then that kind of like the old Star Wars thing with Anakin, where his shadow made Darth Vader. Well, his shadow has two pointy tips to it, looking like bat ears. So I mean, yeah, that was kind of cool. And yeah, she's getting into his head about helping, you know, what they're actually doing, and he hasn't really picked a side yet. It doesn't seem like. And then boom, that's Sean Mahoney getting the literal crap shocked out of him from all these implants. They're just, yeah, they're putting him through the ringer, but he's got a mechanical arm and leg now. So that's what he wanted. That part of the story stopped right there as the Batman part of the story. Jumps over and they're telling a second story in the book of Ghostmaker. And as I told you, Batman said, hey, stay out of Gotham and I'll stay out of your way. So he's like, yeah, not a problem. And Ghostmaker decided to jump around to all these, I think he went to Asia mostly. He's jumping around to all these cities and he spends some time in each one cleaning out the criminal element. And if you haven't read, Ghostmaker is a childhood friend of Batman's, of Bruce Wayne's. Same kind of training, except Ghostmaker, dude, he has no empathy. He just get the job done. If you have to kill him to do it, oh well, so be it. And you know, he's making his way through this place. He's trying to catch Madame Midas, and you know, first thing he kills two laser-eyed tigers, kind of like Dr. Evil's laser sharks, except these are tigers. Laser tiger. So he's making, you know, he's beating them, and I guess this little girl, Akumako, anyway, she is basically a maid assassin. They invented her, and every time she meets up with Ghostmaker, he sees through her ruse, ends up stopping her. So it gets to the point where they say, you know what, we're just going to avoid Ghostmaker. It's easier just to avoid him. And then they go and they show a little bit of history of how he pretty much defeated their best assassinate that little girl numerous times before they came to that realization. And the last panel you see is basically, you know, when they said they were going to avoid him, and he's like, hey, I'm coming for you, man. I ain't done. I'm going to get you. So, yeah, Batman 108. Honestly, like I said, I did this mostly because it was, I wanted to introduce you to this new character, Miracle Molly. And other than that, I wasn't real interested in the story, honestly. I kind of like, I was interested in Clownhunter, and then Batman kind of put a kibosh on him. Ghostmaker, though, he's a pretty cool, he's like Batman who has no problem killing. Which was why Clownhunter came around, because he told Batman, hey, if you just killed Joker instead of playing around, my parents will still be alive. Which, I can understand his point of view. But this new story, I'm not interested, man. I'm sorry. It's classic Batman. Got a new Batman character. He's building up a new rogues gallery, it seems like. But I don't care. I couldn't get interested in it. It was okay. Meh. And typically I like Tynion. James Tynion is a great writer. The interior artwork on this, whether it was Jimenez or Ortiz, I'm not sure, or maybe it was a combination of both. It was, the artwork was great, but unless Tynion is building up to something that I don't see, I'm going to tell you, just pick this up off the shelf whenever you have extra cash. I would not subscribe to Batman at this point. So there you have it. That was my review of Batman 108. If you like that review and you'd like to see more like it, subscribe, man. It don't cost nothing. It's a free subscription. You just click the button. And it helps us with the metrics. And while you're at it, hit the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever we put up a new video. And until that new video comes out, later, nerds.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG.